Gently close your eyes and settle into ease, seated or lying down while your breath slows and deepens. For a brief interval, picture this exact moment as the first step in the realization of every one of your wishes. Can you accept the possibility that what you yearn for, abundance, prosperity, financial ease, may be no farther than a single thought from where you are now? In reality, the universe already contains all you require, though you may not yet have chosen the proper doorway. Imagine now that you speak, but with a heightened, deliberate awareness. What might unfold if your language could mold your future? If each phrase you voiced could draw in wealth with ease and without struggle? Consider how your past requests and the words colored by doubt or scarcity may have disrupted the natural movement of what is yours by rightful design. Each time you utter statements such as, "I can't afford this," or "I don't have enough," you are effectively shutting entrances. Those expressions can quietly undermine what you hope to manifest. Now is the time to revise that mental pattern. In this very moment, assert your agency and proclaim to the universe what is legitimately yours. Direct your attention to what you authentically want and begin to speak with authority and certainty as though it were already established in your lived reality. Before we proceed, let me lead you inward to a deeper layer of awareness. Consider what follows the potent statements, the affirmations taught by Florence Scovel Shinn, capable of shifting your lived reality with surprising speed. This is more than a routine manifestation practice. It marks the start of a meaningful change in your financial world. Ready yourself, because these insights can reshape how you view money, success, and most importantly, your relationship with abundance itself. Once more, close your eyes, inhale deeply, and allow each breath to settle you further. Cultivate inner calm while staying keenly present to what comes next. Have you questioned why your deepest desires appear perpetually distant? Many of us live in pursuit, seeking abundance, success, and happiness. Yet what if all you want is already far nearer than you have assumed? Suppose the path to receiving lies in the quiet interior space we seldom attend to. Take a moment to reflect. How frequently have you sensed that something essential was lacking for your happiness? How often have you said, "I can't," or "this isn't for me"? With every such statement, you broadcast a message to the universe: "I am not worthy of receiving." These limiting conclusions, accepted as reality, construct a barrier between you and what you want. Today, however, can mark a turning point. All that you require exists within you already, though you may not yet have seen it clearly. Consider that prosperity, accomplishment, and inner calm are nearer than you suppose. What might change if you viewed the world and your own identity through a refreshed lens? In truth, what you have been seeking, what you imagine to be missing, is poised for you to receive. To claim it, you must awaken the eyes of your inner self and realize that your aspirations lie within reach. The essential step is letting go of the constraints that bind you. You may have learned to battle tirelessly for what you want. Yet what if unending struggle is not the true path? Imagine granting yourself permission to receive rather than persistently pushing. Endless exertion breeds fatigue. What if you chose to move with life's current, inviting your desires to arrive with ease? Right now, you can adopt a choice that changes the landscape. Step away from combat and embrace a receptive posture. I invite you to contemplate a central question. What do you genuinely yearn for: financial plenty, achievement, or serenity? The specific label is secondary. What matters is realizing that each is already available, provided you adjust your perception. The foundational step in manifestation is acknowledging your worthiness. Abundance is not a distant target, but a current to be welcomed. Authorize yourself to receive. Welcome with gratitude what life is ready to offer. Picture yourself on a summit, surveying all you have already accomplished. Then intentionally notice what remains unrealized, the aspirations that seem far off. Inquire why, after so much effort, a sense of incompleteness persists. That subtle emptiness and steady restlessness, what actually sustains them. The decisive factor is not more strain or relentless work, but the patterns of your mind, how you regard yourself, and what you deem yourself worthy to receive. Perhaps you were conditioned to think that prosperity and success are reserved for those who labor to the extreme and relinquish all else, that sacrifice is the toll for aspiration. Consider that this is a misleading premise. Sacrifice itself does not secure your dreams. It is inner resistance and unworthiness that hold them at a distance. I invite you today to dismantle that illusion, lay down the struggle, and affirm what is yours by rightful principle. Are you prepared to receive? Take a moment to recall occasions when you concluded you were undeserving of your own desires. The internal whispers that say you are not enough and question your ability to receive good things are precisely what have kept you immobilized. How often have you let those narratives choose for you? The initial move toward a different reality is quieting those doubts and heeding the one message that counts, the one that murmurs, I am worthy. I am capable. I deserve it. Once you acknowledge your inherent worth and your capacity to receive, circumstances begin to align and move towards you with ease. Envision everything you seek, money, achievement, tranquility, placed before you, available now. You need only reach out to claim it, but first, you must hold a deep conviction of your worthiness. With a brief reflection, you will notice that the barrier is not outside. It resides within. The mind can construct or dismantle. If you train your attention on what you truly want, rather than on what you fear, your aspirations will arrive more naturally. Now is the moment to release fear, scarcity, thinking, and hesitation. Choose to inhabit abundance with the assurance that what you desire is already aligned with you. For this shift to occur, you must revise your viewpoint and embrace a steady belief in your own deservingness. The universe answers not to mere exertion, but to confidence. Cultivate trust that the good is unfolding. Hold the conviction that money, success, and all you have wished for are accessible, provided you accept yourself as worthy to receive them. Now take a moment to notice your emotional response when the subject of money arises. You may sense it as rare as a reward earned only through heavy effort, or as a benefit accessible to a select few. That very viewpoint keeps abundance at arm's length. Money itself is not inherently scarce. The field of abundance is without edges. It is your habitual thinking that paints the mirage of insufficiency. You were conditioned to see reality through that filter and to accept the narrative that money is limited, that there cannot be enough for all. Consider the possibility that this scarcity picture is purely an illusion. What might shift if, rather than viewing money as something painstakingly earned, you recognized it as a current of energy that can move to you freely and naturally? Whenever you approach money with worry or fear, you constrict its path. Whenever you affirm there isn't enough, you nudge it farther away. In reality, wealth stands by for your acceptance, and it approaches only as you revise your mental stance. Envision money right now as a bright living stream coursing in your direction. See your aims beginning to take shape in this very moment. What action would you take if you knew you could open the gates of abundance right now? The universe consistently mirrors the frequency of your dominant thoughts. If you hold that money is hard to secure, you call in difficulty. If you regard it as far away, it shows up as remote. Yet if you elect to change lenses and regard money as already here, ready for your welcome, your circumstances start to reorganize. Are you willing to reframe your thinking, to stop casting money as distant, and instead view it as nearby, an inheritance aligned with you by rightful principle? Keep in mind, all that you desire already exists within the larger field available for your reception. There is no requirement for strain or self-sacrifice. What is needed is a perceptual shift that permits wealth to move in your direction. Each thought functions as a directive issued to the universe. When your inner dialogue centers on lack, you constrict the channel. When it resonates with sufficiency, resources begin to arrive with ease. The essential key is not more exertion. It is a new way of looking regarding money as natural, as a reflection of what you already merit. Are you prepared to step out of constant effort and become receptive? Are you ready to welcome abundance with simplicity and grace? If so, now is the moment to renew your thinking and let go of the beliefs that have kept you small. Money is not a prize to seize, it is a current awaiting your permission. Your task is simply to open your hands and receive what aligns with you already. Envision yourself for a brief moment within a vast, empty expanse, silent, distraction-free, accompanied only by the gentle resonance of your own thoughts. Consider the whole of your journey, the episodes of confusion, the occasions when a sense of lack overshadowed you. Now ask, what if each event you have lived was an exact preparation for this very instant? Each misstep, each trial, and each flicker of uncertainty has served as instruction in incremental steps, guiding you into a richer, more profound comprehension. Consider that the universe may have been quietly awaiting your arrival at this precise point to unveil a central truth. You may have long assumed that prosperity, accomplishment, and joy are targets to chase and conquer. Yet what if these states are present within you already? Imagine that everything you have envisioned and longed for is available to you right now. The essential key resides in your interpretive lens, how you perceive reality, and equally, how you perceive your own identity. As you persist in looking outward for answers, disorientation tends to persist. When you turn attention inward, however, you find that genuine abundance has accompanied you the entire time. Real wealth is not primarily located in possessions, but in the substance of who you are. What you desire most is not missing. It already abides within your own essence. This is the moment to cease the external hunt and shift into reception. Admittedly, embracing the idea that your longing is already present can be challenging. It can seem simpler to assume there remains yet another task, lesson, or conquest. Suppose you recognize that you already hold everything essential. The single required shift is perceptual revising how you interpret your reality. When you regard what is present as sufficient, life begins to extend even more. Gratitude functions as a master key that unlocks thresholds. Every instance of genuine thanks for what you have invites additional good to take form. The universe consistently echoes the frequency you emit. Radiate appreciation, and you draw forth further causes for gratitude, project efficiency, and you invite additional experiences of emptiness. The outcome rests largely in your grasp. What you choose to perceive becomes what you magnetize. Now is the moment to dissolve the beliefs that have confined you. It is time to surrender the fear, uncertainty, and tension you have borne for years. Consider the result if you were to liberate yourself completely, if right now you let go of every burden and embrace the conviction that life sustains you. Your essential contribution is trust. Through genuine trust, prosperity, achievement, and calm begin to move toward you with a natural, unforced rhythm. There is no need for compulsion or combat. Sufficiency comes when you permit good to arrive. Authentic abundance is not seized, but welcomed, an act of gentle surrender and receptive allowing. It already exists, awaiting your willingness. Money, likewise, is not prey to pursue. It is a current you permit to move toward you. To cooperate with that current, you must regard it as something intrinsically yours, something aligned with you by rightful origin. If it has not reached you, the cause is often a partial closing of hands or heart. Choose now to relax your grip, to allow and to receive. The universe stands ready to enter at your invitation, bearing the desires you have named. Recall a recent moment of complete calm, unburdened by fear or concern, when you knew with quiet certainty that nothing essential was lacking. That depth of peace is pivotal. It is not manufactured by possessions, activities, or accolades. Peace emerges as you practice release and accept serenely that what you desire is already accessible. Peace functions as the threshold through which abundance enters. Without nurturing inner peace, your openness to life's gifts remains partial and constrained. When inner peace is present, the rest follows with a natural flow. Consider how frequently you may have obstructed your own way to prosperity. The solutions you want are often not external. They are rooted deep within. Imagine replacing outward searching with inward attention. Recognize that what you need is already resident in you, awaiting expression. Abundance, then, is less a treasure hunt and more a revealing and emergence from within that you permit. Now is the time to let go of all that obscures your authentic self, old limiting narratives, fear-based patterns, and lingering skepticism. The generative power to realize your desires is internal, yet attraction falters if you question your own worthiness to receive. How can you hold what you refuse to accept? Acceptance is the gateway to genuine reception. Without granting yourself permission, life has no open place to deliver what you have asked for. Shift your stance toward receptivity, and your circumstances will reorganize accordingly. The current of abundance accelerates when resistance dissolves, and you permit your desires to move toward you unimpeded. Each thought broadcasts a signal into the larger field. When you conclude you are undeserving, that frequency is precisely what you transmit. When you affirm your inherent worth, feeling that you merit the good life holds life, mirrors that conviction. The crucial hinge is your inner narrative, especially your self-perception. Identify as someone worthy to receive, and the world answers with amplified generosity. Conversely, if you view yourself as undeserving of the best, your experience will echo that stance. Let today serve as the point of revision for your internal sight. Lay aside the scarcity lens and awaken to the presence of abundance. This is the moment to steward your thinking intentionally, and to begin deliberate manifestation. Waiting is no longer required. The action begins here and now. What you have desired stands by with patience, approaching only when you affirm your worth and acknowledge that it is yours by natural right. Are you prepared to end waiting and fully receive picture? For a moment, all that you have ever wanted arranged before you: financial ease, accomplishment, serenity, joy. You can sense its nearness, almost tangible, so what actually stops you from claiming it? In many instances, the barrier is internal, your own mind. Persistent limiting assumptions, along with the quiet inner voice that says you are insufficient, undeserving, or distant from your aims, form the primary separation between you and your aspirations. That same voice has confined you within patterns of lack, perpetual effort, and indefinite postponement. What may surprise you is that this voice is not your authentic self. It is a borrowed narrative repeated so frequently that it has masqueraded as truth. Yet it is not truth. You are not deficient or lesser. You are inherently worthy of receiving all the good life can offer you. Need only relinquish the worn-out story that never truly fit you. Author a new narrative. Refuse to define yourself as constrained or as a person consigned to ceaseless struggle. Genuine abundance appears when battle subsides and you permit life to deliver what is aligned with you by rightful principle. Take time to examine what you truly believe you merit. Look carefully at your core thoughts, your assumptions about self and about money. Ask candidly, do I regard myself as worthy of wealth? Do I accept that I deserve success? If the honest answer is no, you inadvertently block the arrival of what you desire. If, however, you manage to revise that core belief, seeing yourself as inherently deserving of all that is good and abundant, then channels begin to open. Wealth, achievement, and joy start to arise with ease because your inner frequency has lifted. The crucial mechanism behind manifestation is not more toil or giving things up. It is the orientation of your mind and the energetic tone of your thinking. The deepest key is to transform self-perception and to welcome with steady confidence what life has already set in motion on your behalf. If you cling to the notion that you must first prove or earn your worth, the cycle of effort stretches on without end. Choose instead to accept that you are already worthy, that it is yours by rightful claim, and circumstances will start to turn toward you. Prosperity and accomplishment are less targets to conquer than currents to permit. The universe stands ready, awaiting your invitation to deliver what you have asked for. Let today be the moment you set down whatever blocks you're receiving. Let this day mark a full renewal of your thinking and a fresh vantage point on life. Let this be the day you soften your heart and permit yourself to accept what is truly yours. Abundance is present and awaiting your claim, but it becomes yours only when you hold the unwavering belief that it already belongs with you. Reception begins when you open your hands and affirm with certainty, I am ready to receive all that is mine. I am ready to live in abundance. Envision in this very moment every cherished desire moving closer. There is no further waiting and no extra effort to add, only the release of resistance so it can arrive. You may have invested years seeking answers in the external world, more money, recognition, or joy, without noticing that the essence of what you want lives inside. Life is less a war to win than a current to join. Consider the outcome if you stopped wrestling for your aims and simply permitted them to arrive in their own rhythm. Recognize that the principal obstacle is the internal resistance you manufacture those long-held ideas that you are unworthy or must perform more to merit the good you desire. In reality, life has already laid out what you require. It is present now, awaiting your acceptance. Wealth, accomplishment, and plenty, everything you have hoped for, stand available. For these to take form in your experience, you must cultivate the skill of receiving. Ask yourself why easy, confident receiving has felt hard. Perhaps you were trained to believe that only labor warrants reward. Yet that lesson can become a quiet snare. Abundance begins to move freely when you adopt a receptive posture. Relax the struggle and place full trust in the universe's support and goodwill. Whenever you accept the premise that you are undeserving, that only intensifying your effort will suffice, or that prosperity remains far away, you constrict the channel. Shift that premise and adopt the understanding that you are worthy and that wealth and success are already leaning toward you, and you cultivate the inner climate that supports receiving. As you identify yourself as deserving of good life, echoes that identity in kind. Abundance is not quarry to hunt. It is a field of energy that already enfolds you. Your task is to widen awareness and let yourself accept it. Life was not designed as endless contention. You need not pile on more effort to get what you want. The more profound practice is to reshape your thinking and your lens on reality. When you regard money, success, and happiness as already here, they tend to arrive more easily. The essential move is to revise your self-concept and your assumptions about what you merit. Prosperity is not missing. It is a facet of your being waiting for acknowledgement. Permit it to move through your life without pushing back. Use this moment to let go of the hindrances that kept you small, to expand perception, and to allow abundance to arrive. No additional delay or exertion is required. What you yearn for is present, prepared for your acceptance. Simply reach out and welcome what life is offering. Now picture yourself already living what once appeared beyond reach: financial ease, acknowledgement, and tranquil composure. All that you desired stands present. Then ask, was this the essential need, or does a deeper longing within still call for recognition? Real wealth is not measured only by assets, but by the peace that accompanies receiving. Frequently, after attaining what we sought, we discover our true yearning was for wholeness, steadiness, and equilibrium. Genuine abundance arises from inner harmony with the larger whole, an awareness that everything you seek already exists and awaits your yes. Recall the periods when you considered yourself insufficient, assuming that more things, more accomplishments, or more validation would complete you. Consider instead that what you desire resides within, ready to unfold. The universe answers not to strain or frantic pursuit, but to quiet acceptance. Persistent outward searching, by contrast, tends to keep the sense of lack alive. When the compulsion to struggle dissolves and you acknowledge that your desires are already aligned with you, conditions begin to shift. Stop hunting externally for what resides inside. Prosperity, success, and calm are native to your being. You need only say yes to them. If you notice a pocket of resistance, an inner whisper saying, "This isn't for me. I don't deserve what I long for," recognize that this belief has been the very wedge separating you from abundance. Consider adopting a different lens. Recognize that abundance is not a contest prize, but a readiness to receive. Prosperity is not hardware to claim. It is a living stream that moves in your direction when your heart is open. For that stream to meet you, your self-concept must rise. See yourself as inherently worthy of the highest good. As your self-perception lifts the configuration of your reality, follow suit. Now is the moment to cease casting prosperity and achievement as faraway prospects. Retire the struggle and let your desires approach with ease and grace. Abundance is not the special domain of a select group. It is universally available, yet it shows up most readily for those who acknowledge their own deservingness. You are already ready to receive what life intends to give. Seize this ideal moment to lay down what restrains you. Prosperity, serenity, and completion are poised nearby. Your task is to release the inner resistance that blocks reception. Let today be the turning point in your seeing, welcoming what is already yours by rightful principle. Abundance stands by with patience, requiring only your open hands and willing heart. There is nothing more to postpone or force. What you have yearned for is present, ready to take form. Begin by adopting a quiet, steady conviction that you are worthy of every good thing. Visualize your way forward and notice how each step now aligns with your intentions. The long-sought peace spreads through you. You have set aside struggle, loosened resistance, and quieted doubt. Can you feel what has shifted since releasing those limits? The unseen chains of scarcity have fallen away. And when you permit yourself to receive what life has prepared, an important truth emerges: prosperity is not secured by frenzy or overwork. Real wealth, like the air around you, is universally present, yet only those who welcome it can experience its fullness. Abundance is less an object than an energetic frequency with which you can align. As you consent to that current, the gateways to your aspirations swing open with minimal effort, and outcomes assemble more naturally. Consider your prior approaches. Have you been looping through the same external searches for what never seems to appear? Pause now and turn inward. What you have been seeking resides within awaiting acknowledgement. The universe answers not to strain, but to receptivity and consent. Abundance flowers from the inside when you revise your seeing and invite your desires to approach softly. Take a breath and be still. Cease the outward hunt for what already surrounds you. Let your heart acknowledge that your longings are ready for your welcome. Reframe prosperity, success, and plenty not as targets to win, but as blessings aligned with you awaiting your consent. Life mirrors your energetic stance. When you choose an abundant vibration, evidence of abundance begins to show up. Use today to refresh your thinking and open to the gifts already arranged on your path. Set down the fight for your desires and let them move in your direction on their own current. Your role is simply to become open and willing to receive. Abundance already greets you warmly. Your only task is to offer a clear yes. Having released the weight of yesterday, notice the calm spreading through your chest as fear and hesitation dissolve. Notions of scarcity and conflict recede, and a wider horizon of possibility emerges. Money no longer stands as a far-off target. It is felt as a present energy within reach. Success stops feeling evasive. It lingers nearby, awaiting your acknowledgement and welcome. What formerly seemed unattainable is now directly in front of you. To begin moving toward your aims, realize that difficulties are not impenetrable barriers. They are trainings that ready you for receiving. In retrospect, each hurdle and interruption functioned as instruction, steadily shaping your growth. Abundance doesn't arrive by chasing breathlessly. It enters when the wrestling stops and you permit its tide to meet you. This lesson is deep, and while it can feel demanding, embracing the truth that your desires already exist for you initiates a sweeping change throughout your life. Recall a time of genuine joy when events felt synchronized and right. Can you sense it now? It was the certainty of being in the precise place at the right moment, with concerns falling silent. Picture maintaining that steadiness as a continuous state. Envision discovering peace and completeness within, independent of whatever unfolds outside. That continuity arises when you release the scarcity lens and adopt an outlook grounded in abundance. As your self-perception shifts, the entire world seems to rearrange. Constraints soften and new avenues appear. Money stops looking rare. It shows up as available energy, awaiting your yes. The universe itself is not restricting you. The boundaries come from your current viewpoint about what is possible to receive. Change your inner framework and your lived experience refreshes. Prosperity, accomplishment, and happiness start moving with ease. You need only widen awareness and allow them in. Keep in mind, external conditions need not shift first, nor must money arrive by some extraordinary method. What you seek is already here. Your part is to permit yourself to take it in. Life continually invites you to open your hands to what has long been aligned with you. Abundance is less a conquest and more a blessing to welcome. As your mind and heart remain open, your desires begin to approach with quiet ease. Consider your journey, the effort, the missteps, the times you felt stuck. See how each event has carried you to this awake, aware instant. Every episode, each difficulty contained instruction. Now, right here, you possess the chance to revise your narrative, let go of the restraints, and advance toward what you genuinely want. Begin by acknowledging that yesterday's story does not rule you now. What you have lived through does not dictate what unfolds next. The future you desire is poised to take form, provided you set down the weights of the past. As you loosen fear, question, and push back, life answers swiftly. Wealth, calm, and success are already nearby, waiting for the opening you create. Full receiving requires a clearing of your inner landscape, releasing long-carried limiting beliefs. Retire the story that money is hard or that success is reserved for others. Such notions are learned mirages that sustain scarcity. Choose this day to step out of those inaccuracies and regard abundance and accomplishment as gifts aligned with you by rightful nature. All that you want is prepared to approach. Yet if you persist in assuming shortage or viewing prosperity as limited, you will continually recreate that pattern. The universe reliably mirrors your signal. Send scarcity, and scarcity multiplies. Radiate abundance, and evidence of abundance appears. The starting point is your own sightline and your estimation of your worth. Abundance exists here and now, but it takes visible form when you accept that you are worthy to hold it. Picture this moment as one in which your desires, financial ease, achievement, and deep tranquility are already present. They are accessible. The needed change is in how you look. Rather than pursuing or hunting externally for what resides within, permit it to move toward you. The current of abundance is constant, but you receive its music only when your perception shifts to meet it. Prosperity is not prey to pursue. It appears naturally where there is receptivity. Acceptance requires only a ready mind and an open heart. Let today serve as the point when you lay down what restricts you and begin to take in what has long been yours. Abundance is prepared to meet you. Wealth, delight, and achievement sit close at hand. Nothing needs forcing, merely a willingness to let the current carry its gifts to you. Life stands prepared, waiting for your consent. Let this be the moment you open fully and welcome what is already aligned with you. Envision yourself synchronized with your highest intentions, thoughts, speech, and choices, resonating at the frequency of abundance. Anxiety and hesitation recede, replaced by a steady assurance that your dreams are approaching. Picture sustaining that assurance as a daily posture, grounded in the understanding that your desires are already present. The shift you want is not primarily external. It is born from a reordering within. The moment your viewpoint widens beyond the frame of limitation, when the world becomes a field of boundless possibilities, your reality reorganizes. Choose this day to let in all that life intends for you. There's no need for sprinting or straining. Simply keep the heart open and receive. Wealth, success, and deep ease are already waiting with patience. Your singular assignment is to set down the beliefs that tether you to smallness. Refrain from casting money as an adversary to defeat. Recognize it as accessible energy awaiting your consent to take form. Abundance does not come by wrestling. It arises through inner openness. It arrives quietly when you allow and trust the goodness that has been arranged for you. Do not impose artificial limits on what is possible for you, nor shut the gateways through which you might receive. The universe's capacity is without end, and its well of abundance is inexhaustible. Your role is to attune to that current and let it carry you forward. As you relax the urge to micromanage outcomes and cease forcing life to match your timetable, the energy moves unimpeded and conditions rearrange. Resistance functions like a dam between you and prosperity. Receptive acceptance, by contrast, swings the doors wide and permits abundance to stream in with ease. The essential key to bringing your desires into form is surrendering the need to control and welcoming blessings as they arrive smoothly and gracefully. Set down contention and pushback. Choose to be borne by life's current, calmly moving in the direction of your deepest aims. Now is an ideal point to cultivate receptivity and dismantle every barrier you erected between yourself and boundless good. Let this be the day you acknowledge that what you want is already aligned with you. Your task is simply to open your hands and allow it to arrive. With patient love, the universe stands by to offer you all that you have requested. You are already encompassed by abundance, and you are capable of receiving it completely. Picture every cherished aim arrayed before you, available to be claimed. How would it feel to recognize that your dreams are in essence already realized? Notice the response of life arriving less from exertion and more from your readiness to say yes. It may seem astonishing, yet it remains true. Everything you desire exists here now. The primary obstruction has been the resistance you maintained within. The gap you perceive between yourself and rightful prosperity has been fashioned by fear, insecurity, and outdated convictions. Abundance is not won by deprivation or relentless effort. It is welcomed by a willing, open heart. This reception begins by revising the lens through which you view reality and your own identity. Release the narrative that success and wealth are exclusive privileges or trophies earned through combat. What is needed is receptivity to life's organic current, Envision money not as far off or foreign, but as a friendly energy standing by for your invitation. With this perspective in place, prosperity tends to approach on its own without strain. Every time you regard yourself as undeserving, you effectively latch the door. Choose the opposite stance, decide that you are worthy of every good, and the channel widens. Abundance gravitates toward those who are open. As you adopt a receptive stance, life has a way of meeting you with blessings, sometimes even in advance of your request. The decisive requirement is to revise your outlook, most of all, your self-perception. Picture everything you want: resources calm, accomplishment moving towards you in this instant. What once felt far away appears near because you shifted your attention, set down the fight, and embraced allowing. By acknowledging your worth, you have opted to accept life's gifts with assurance. This is an ideal time to claim what is yours by rightful principle. Wealth, success, and delight are at the threshold. Open your hands and permit them to come in softly. Let this day mark the release of every obstacle and the start of living fully inside the abundance that has always been near. Waiting and battling are no longer necessary. What you desire stands present, ready for your welcome. Your part is to acknowledge it as yours and receive it openly. The universe is prepared to place its gifts in your hands. Consider the sweep of your longings, each deep wish, and each moment of self-doubt. Notice how often, when you thought "I can't," life answered softly, "Yes, you can." In periods of doubt, life presents a chance to deepen strength, awaken inner agency, and consciously guide our path. Yet when we permit uncertainty to rule our thoughts, preferring resistance to trust, we confine ourselves within old, limiting narratives. The pathway to receiving what you desire is the softening of resistance, stopping the fight against life's movement, and letting the universe bestow its good. Abundance moves like a never-ending tide. Your work is to match its tempo and allow it to carry you. Perhaps you have asked why certain people seem to draw prosperity with ease while others labor endlessly. The distinction is less about behavior and more about mindset and energetic tone. Individuals who inhabit abundance practice receiving. They keep hands and hearts open, allowing outcomes to materialize with minimal strain. They neither scramble nor deplete themselves. They trust that life is cooperative and that their desires are aligned with what is already theirs. What makes this simple truth feel elusive? Why does accepting that your desires are reachable seem so hard? The explanation sits within your mental conditioning, the stockpile of beliefs persuading you that you were not meant for the best. These inherited limitations function like chains binding you to scarcity. Liberate yourself from them and adopt a self-view grounded in worthiness and life mirrors that revision. Then resources, ease, and accomplishment begin to move toward you organically because your inner signal resonates with abundance. The central mechanism for realizing your dreams is reshaping your inner self-portrait. Consider the countless moments you declared, "That's not for me," and how that statement tethered you to a smaller life. Now is the time to replace it with a heartfelt declaration, "I am worthy of everything I desire. I deserve abundance, success, and joy." Spoken with trust and steadiness, these affirmations reorient your energy. The universe answers to that renewed frequency, gradually organizing conditions so your desires take shape. Choose this very day to dissolve constraints and welcome the generous stream of abundance. Your dreams stand poised for expression. What is needed is the dissolution of inner resistance, the ending of the fight, so you can receive. Wealth, peace, and achievement already encircle you. Your role is to acknowledge and admit them. For a moment, picture every aspiration, prosperity, serenity, delight, and success gathered before you in quiet expectancy. What formerly appeared far away is now opening right where you stand. How did the journey carry you from uncertainty and scarcity to a landscape of sufficiency? The answer is straightforward. You changed your thoughts. You set down the narrative of a hostile world and adopted a perspective of open potential. Money stopped appearing distant because you came to recognize it as a natural, already present aspect of your lived experience. This is the crux. Abundance is not seized, it is welcomed. Welcoming it depends on renewing how you see yourself. The scarcity lens has been the screen that kept distance between you and your aims. When you emphasize not enough, life reflects that storyline. But if you redirect attention toward what already exists, regarding your life as fundamentally sufficient, money, success, and ease appear as available realities awaiting your reception. The door opens with a perceptual shift, learning to look through eyes trained on abundance. Abundance is not an external object to chase, it is an inner presence poised to reveal itself. Each thought that questions your worth erects another barrier across the stream of what is already aligned with you. Imagine instead knowing that all you seek is inherently yours. What would shift if you affirmed your worthiness to receive? When you relax into life's current and permit your desires to arrive gently, you begin noticing that wealth, accomplishment, and calm are already nearby. They crystallize into lived reality the moment you consent to your own deservingness. All outcomes are seated in thought. The conversation you hold with yourself sets the tone for what enters your life. When you regard yourself as deserving, the world tends to echo that stance. Use this moment to release fear, doubt, and the confining beliefs that have tethered you. Lay down whatever blocks the expression of your authentic self. Consider what might become possible if you stopped resisting what is already prepared for you. Turn from outer hunting to inner attunement. Abundance stands ready to pour through. No chasing required, only allowance. Life listens for your unambiguous yes, which dissolves resistance and creates room for reception. Let today be the day you reach out and welcome what life is offering. Abundance is here now, asking only to be recognized. Set down the fight and ready yourself to receive. Resources, accomplishment, and serenity are at your threshold. Your role is to allow. Picture your desires approaching of their own accord, funds circulating, success meeting you kindly, and steady peace permeating your days. How would you move through life if this were normal? In essence, it is already possible. It becomes yours as soon as you give yourself full permission. Abundance does not yield to brute force. It answers to permission. As you adopt a receptive stance, your aims tend to materialize with striking ease. Will you allow the idea that your desires are already yours, that each dream is a paused reality awaiting your invitation? Reflect on how often you have believed that fortune blesses others but bypasses you. That belief in deficiency has been the very gate that kept plenty outside. Wealth, achievement, and joy stand ready, but they cannot enter while you hold tightly to the sensation of lack. When you cast yourself as a perpetual combatant, struggle becomes your ongoing pattern. Choose instead to retire that narrative. Adopt a worldview of generosity in which your desires are appropriate and welcome. Every time you insist that money is difficult or that success is reserved for others, you constrict the conduit. Existence reflects your broadcast radiate shortage, and more shortage cycles back. Resonate with sufficiency and rightful ownership, and conditions start to reconfigure in your favor. Mindset remains the master key. Thought and feeling act as mold and invitation for what shows up. When you regard yourself as deserving, life tends to meet you with corresponding good. When you deem yourself unworthy, you repel what wants to arrive. Now is the moment to revise perspective, withdraw attention from deficiency, and choose a stance of completeness. Stop wrestling for what already stands ready. Retire the doctrine that prosperity must be paid for in suffering. Open your hands and accept. Life is prepared to deliver your requests. Your part is to welcome them. Abundance is not a pursuit, but a permission. Begin today to inhabit the wholeness that has always been near. Existence need not be fought with day after day. The invitation is not for harder struggle, but for deeper receptivity. As you cultivate receiving, your aims move closer of their own accord. Resources, achievement, and tranquility hover at your doorway. Welcome them in. Picture your desires taking form even now. The wealth, the recognition, the ease that once seemed remote are within sight. The gap between longing and lived reality is at core belief. Shift your thought and embrace your deservingness, and your desires start to show up in tangible ways. Reality tends to echo thoughts rooted in calm certainty. When you acknowledge firmly and without wavering that your desires belong with you, life proceeds to validate that knowing. Manifestation is anchored in trust, especially trust in your own worth. Any inner doubt about deservingness narrows the channel. Wealth, achievement, and every good are present, yet they arrive as you accept yourself as a rightful recipient. The habit of struggle is widespread, but it is not ultimate truth. Abundance is universally available. Your role is receptivity. Release resistance, retire the fight, and let goodness approach in a soft, steady stream. The destination you've hunted externally is actually within. Abundance isn't something you earn by toil. It is something you allow and recognize. As you trade a scarcity lens for one of possibility, conditions begin to reconfigure. Money is not quarry to pursue. It is an ally awaiting your invitation. The universe brims with good. What is needed for your fulfillment already exists in potential. It manifests as you accept that you merit the best. Today offers a chance to update your seeing, set down the struggle, and open to receive. Life answers not to force, but to calm consent. When you accept your worth, prosperity and success come closer with grace. Picture your days free of inner resistance and the old fear that kept you small. Abundance need not remain out of reach. It moves toward you readily when your thinking shifts and your sense of worth is affirmed. For this reason, the invitation today is to lay down every restraint. Drop the limiting narratives that fastened you to scarcity. Abundance is already nearby, waiting with patience. Resources, achievement, and your heartfelt aims exist in readiness. You are tasked only with receiving. Life carries your dreams poised to place them with you the moment you consent. Picture the universe responding in real time to the intentions you hold. The wealth, recognition, and happiness you've desired draw nearer with a quiet, graceful swiftness. You may ask how such magnitude could manifest with ease. The explanation rests in the potency of thought. Belief patterns organize experience. Regard money as hard and difficulty appears. See it as natural, accessible, and prepared to arrive, and your only remaining step is to open your hands and welcome it. The world answers less to sheer exertion and more to the signal you broadcast. Your emotions and self-assessment set the pattern of what comes. Hold the belief that money requires hardship and hardship repeats. Recognize it instead as already aligned with you, prepared on your behalf, and it starts to appear with ease. Choose a new lens today, cease the fight, and let what you want move in your direction. Abundance is a living current that approaches as soon as resistance relaxes. The single great obstacle is the conviction that you are not enough. When you assume that wealth, success, or serenity are reserved for a select few, you place yourself outside the circle. Acknowledge instead that your desires already exist in potential, awaiting your consent, and conditions begin to shift. The mind remains decisive, self-belief shapes receipt. When you hold yourself as deserving good things, approach with less effort. Now is the moment to release the doubts and fears that maintained limitation. Clear your thinking of narratives that diminish you. Prosperity and success are not quarry. They are gifts ready for your embrace. Your essential task is to yield to the rhythm of life and welcome with open hands. Let go of the belief that accomplishment must be paid for in pain, or that every gain demands battle. What you require is already arranged by the universe, awaiting only your yes. Choose this day to welcome it fully. Resources, recognition, and calm can move to you in an easy, natural stream. Waiting is no longer necessary. Lay down the fight and adopt receptivity. Abundance is near. What you desire stands a breath away. Reach forward and take it in. Life stands prepared to place in your hands everything you have requested. The final ingredient is your acceptance of your own deservingness. Picture abundance encircling you now like a living field. Money, success, and delight hover on the verge of tangible expression. Sense the subtle charge in the atmosphere, as though the universe were awaiting your sign of openness to deliver what has long been aligned with you. Can you feel that it carries the flavor of freedom, the recognition that what felt distant is now yours? And what brought you here? Not grueling effort, but a shift of mind the moment you set aside struggle and permitted grace to carry things towards you. Abundance is eager to move in your direction. A shift in viewpoint is all it asks. While many assume that wealth and success are trophies to seize, in reality, they are currents that answer to receptivity. Existence responds less to strain and more to the willingness to accept. As you claim your worth, the things you desire begin to travel toward you. Clinging to struggle merely clamps shut the very channel that's already present. The true key is surrendering the fight, softening resistance, and readying yourself to receive. Keep this in mind. Money at its core is not earned by hardship. It is accepted with receptivity and thankfulness. What you require has been arranged, awaiting only your consent. Each thought you entertain and every phrase you speak acts as a directive to the universe. Hold that money is difficult and reality echoes difficulty. Hold that it is simple to receive and life answers with generosity. Why postpone what is already aligned with you? Wealth, accomplishment, and calm are at the door. Open your palms and welcome them in. Success is not a fortress taken by siege or exhaustion. It appears when your actions and identity align with your essential nature. As you ease the struggle and travel with life's current, success tends to reveal itself naturally. Money, likewise, is not quarry to pursue. It emerges as you become available to it. See in this very moment your desires positioned before you, resources, achievement, and tranquility already woven into your experience. Your part is to reach out and receive. Let today mark the revision of your sight retire struggle and create spaciousness for true receptivity. Abundance is unhurried and constant waiting nearby. Wealth, achievement, and inner ease are prepared to move into your days. Your task is simple: become available to their entry. The universe is ready to deliver what you've requested. Accept your worth and let the current move unimpeded. Breathe deeply and notice the inner shift. You have journeyed far, releasing fear and loosening doubt, and now you stand before a threshold that responds only to your hand. Abundance is on the other side. What you've asked for is close to taking shape. Check in. What do you feel? Is there still a sliver of resistance, a soft whisper saying it cannot be true? If that whisper lingers, choose now to release it. The universe's answer is already in motion. What remains is your choice to receive. Acceptance is the hinge. Recall the seasons of lack, the episodes when you judged yourself unworthy of what you wanted, that quiet inner conflict. Set that burden down. The contest has ended. What you desire is present, waiting for your yes. Resources, recognition, and serenity, what once appeared missing, stand ready to take form. Your role is to open and allow them in. More effort is not the answer. What is needed is the easing of resistance so that life can place in your hands what is already aligned with you. When the struggle ends, receptivity begins, and the universe has room to give. Money need not be forced, success need not be chased, and peace need not be postponed. Each is already here, awaiting your welcome. Every narrative of unworthiness and each lingering self-doubt stacks another brick in the wall that blocks the surrounding flow of abundance. Consider what might unfold if you truly let go of these lingering doubts. Imagine reframing money and success as inherent blessings, endowments that are yours by rightful, even sacred claim. With that shift, everything begins to change. The currents of wealth, success, and calm would move towards you of their own accord. Let today be the moment you receive what has long been aligned with you. Mark this day as the threshold of deliberate, conscious surrender. Release struggle, soften resistance. Life stands ready to grant what you have requested. Abundance waits at the door, eager to be invited in. Your part is simply to reach out and take possession of what has always been yours. No more postponement, no extra exertion required. Open your heart to receptivity and allow your desires to approach you freely and naturally. Wealth, accomplishment, and inner calm are here already. Your task is simply to consent to them. Let this day inaugurate a new cycle in your life, a season of fruition, achievement, and quiet ease where all you have longed for stands within reach. What is required is openness to receive. The universe is poised to deliver your requests. Acknowledging your own deservingness and reaching out to claim them is sufficient. Gently close your eyes now and draw a long, steady breath. Invite your body into full release, permitting strain and tightness to melt away. Picture a tranquil place enfolding you, a setting saturated with quiet. Each inhalation carries you closer to stillness. Each exhalation lets your body feel lighter, easier. Nothing is demanded of you, only presence in this immediate moment. Let concerns recede and burdens soften as you settle into deep calm. All is arranged as it should be. You are precisely where you are meant to stand. Turn awareness toward your breath. Observe the air flowing in and out, quietly saturating you with peace. With every inhale, welcome renewing affirmative energy. With each exhale, let residual worry drift away. This interval is dedicated to rest, restoration, and gentle letting go. In this receptive state, wealth achievement and all that you have desired begin to resonate with your frequency. Nothing further is required, only the willingness to allow their approach. All that you yearn for and rightly merit is already moving in your direction. Each deep breath softens the mind's noise, quieting its edges. Let thoughts pass like clouds without grasping or wrestling with them. Picture doubts and resistances thinning with every exhale, dissolving into space. Abundance is drawing near. It asks first for your inner steadiness. As you rest, life cooperates on your behalf, advancing what you have called in. You are tuning to the frequency of abundance. Your single assignment is to relax and permit it to take form. In this present instant, the only request is trust. Hold the conviction that your desires are already in motion. Resist the impulse to push or chase. Instead, practice allowing. The wealth, the success, and the inner calm you've sought so earnestly are already proximate, awaiting your willing yes. Recall that what you have looked for externally has always been available within. Your task is to open to receive. All that you seek is yours by alignment. It stands nearby. Now picture your aims realized. Envision money, success, and peace as established aspects of your life. Notice the sensations and emotions that arise as you inhabit that reality. Let this felt sense surround and saturate you. Allow gratitude to unfold within your chest as though the arrival had already occurred. You are standing inside the process of manifestation. Sustain your trust that it is unfolding now. Sense your body loosening further with each breath. Picture strain evaporating like morning fog that lifts and vanishes. With continued deep breathing, see every cell and fiber resonating coherently with the abundance you invite. Imagine wealth achievement and tranquility as already here, streaming toward you with effortless grace. No additional action is needed, only the posture of receiving. Such openness is vital. It permits what has long been available to finally enter. As your mind settles, allow thoughts to pass away without clinging. The impulse to grasp can be set down. Envision what once seemed missing, now being tenderly placed in your open palms. The current of abundance starts to move softly toward you. What you have asked for comes as you rest, as you lean into quiet surrender. Notice this energy permeate your life, supplying your desires with surprising ease. Keep the breath unhurried, feeling your whole being grow progressively lighter. Sense abundance taking up residence in every inner space. There is no cause for anxiety about what comes next, nor any mandate to increase effort. The unfolding is occurring here and now. In your rest, the universe coordinates on your behalf, lining up details so your outer life reflects your inner intention. Abundance already belongs to your experience. Your role is simple acceptance. In profound stillness, envision a golden radiance surrounding you, an aura symbolizing the frequency of abundance, the living energies of money, success, and serene peace. Notice the golden light widen within, encircling you in deep appreciation. Affirm your worthiness for every request you have made. Life is already answering those intentions. Nothing more is required beyond relaxation and gentle allowing. Keep in mind that even in rest, wealth, success, and calm continue moving toward you. The abundant frequency is beginning to permeate your days. Your desires are aligning with your personal vibration. You already contain what is necessary for a life of sufficiency and fulfillment. Invite it nearer without hesitation or pushback. As you dream, the universe continues its work on your behalf. Maintain an easy, measured breath, allowing each inhale to infuse you with quiet and composure. With every cycle of breathing, imagine a greater attunement to the currents of prosperity and success. No extra doing is necessary, only steady presence. What you want is already near. To receive it, keep a peaceful, open stance. During your sleep, the universe calibrates the details, delivering your desires with lightness and ease. All that you seek is drawing close. Your sole responsibility is to rest and permit its arrival. Now picture all that you have wished for gently placing itself into your open palms. See resources streaming toward you through delightful, unexpected channels, and notice doors of success opening without any pursuit on your part. The longed-for peace and harmony enfold your life, an atmosphere you can feel wrapping around you fully. As you settle into profound ease, the universe is actively gathering and aligning everything you envisioned. Nothing further is required, only a willing heart that says yes to receiving. Wealth and achievement exist within reach even now. Your task is simply to stretch out your hands and welcome them with thanks. In sleep, your awareness stays open and receptive to plenty. Constricting beliefs loosen and fade, replaced by a steady assurance that your desires are already approaching. Abundance is yours by rightful claim. You have cultivated the inner conditions that magnetize what you merit. From here, your role is rest and allowance. Life is arranging the pieces on your behalf, weaving every factor together so your days mirror success and calm. As you drift further into restorative rest, body and mind align even more closely with abundant energy. Imagine each positive thought about prosperity and achievement sending out a resonant signal that pulls your intentions nearer. Beyond clear envisioning and permission, nothing else is required. The universe carries the delivery. Money begins to move toward you with ease. Pathways and possibilities show up in front of you, and a deep, abiding peace takes root within. All is well ordered. Your singular role is to remain open and receptive. As you sleep, financial blessings move in your direction through delightful surprises and effortless channels. There is nothing to force, simply maintain openness to accept. Success is already approaching. What it asks from you is continued trust in your innate deservingness. Envision awakening to find that what you have yearned for stands realized in your reality. That quiet peace and expansive gratitude are yours to inhabit. Allow life to set your requests before you. Picture every part of you resting in complete ease, creating a clear, unobstructed path for abundance to stream toward you. All resistance has softened. No barriers remain. Prosperity and achievement arrive with an ease lighter than you ever pictured. A profound calm surrounds you as the recognition lands that all you want is already inbound. In your sleep, the universe is fully engaged in bringing your intentions into form. What seemed missing is now approaching of its own accord. Your responsibility is simply to welcome the stream of abundance into your life. With each breath, you attune more completely to its frequency. Picture resources arriving effortlessly like a soft stream that has long been moving in your favor. Pathways to success present themselves kindly, free of friction. As you dream, life synchronizes the components of your requests. Your only assignment is to ease back and permit what is rightfully yours to arrive. Wealth, accomplishment, and serenity. Everything you yearn for are convergent on you now. Consider your aspirations and recognize that even as you rest, the universe is translating them into lived reality. Envision a way of living free from constant effort and fight. Your role is to permit universal good to move unobstructed through you. Abundance is not won by force. It is welcomed through grateful awareness and an open heart. In relaxation, wealth and achievement arrive together with ease, serenity, and quiet happiness. Now picture opening your eyes to a day that feels entirely new, where success, peace, and financial ease are already present. What you once labeled unreachable has moved within easy reach. Notice the emotion that arises. A deep gratitude fills you as you recognize that your dreams are already yours, made possible by your choice to trust, soften, and let life carry them to you. Abundance moves naturally in your direction. Your role is to accept. The hinge of manifestation is willingness to receive. There is no longer a need for struggle or sacrifice. Plenty is present. Extend your hands and claim what is rightfully aligned with you. Even in slumber, the universe advances your petitions. Wealth and success are in motion toward you. Continue to trust and let the unfolding proceed in its own elegant rhythm. Picture a gentle, luminous warmth encircling you as you sleep, saturating you with calm and plenty. Every in-breath draws you further into the frequency of prosperity and success. What felt far away has shifted within reach. There is nothing more to manage. Rest and let the larger order handle the details. Abundance streams toward you by its nature, and each thought you entertain functions as a doorway through which your intentions take form. In the night, resources and achievement are assembling in your favor. With every breath, sense tranquility covering you, as though the universe gently fills every part of you with the essence of your desires. Effort is unnecessary. Permit the good to move toward you on its own. Imagine avenues for prosperity and success presenting themselves without any extra action on your part. What you have envisioned is on the cusp of becoming tangible. This unfolding is the fruit of releasing the fight and adopting receptivity. Abundance is on its way to you now. While you sustain calm, visualize resources reaching you through delightful and unforeseen routes. The forms may surprise you, yet their arrival is assured. The openings you desired materialize as you rest in steady ease. Success approaches naturally because your energy is synchronized with the larger flow. Your part is to stay relaxed and effortless, giving space for what is rightfully yours to arrive. Each constructive thought regarding wealth, achievement, and tranquility invites more of that very frequency into your experience. Consider how you would live with your desires fulfilled. Who would you be if money arrived with ease? Picture a life unburdened by financial or success-related concern. This is genuinely possible. Money is not quarry to pursue. It is a present gift the universe is extending at this moment. Your task is to meet it with confident openness. As you sleep, the universe coordinates every detail, drawing into your experience everything you have requested. The current of abundance moves without interruption, and you are immersed within that stream. Keep in mind, wealth and achievement are not trophies to win, but blessings to be permitted and welcomed as they naturally move in your direction. Your sole responsibility is receptivity. During your rest, life operates on your behalf, drawing in perfect conditions, timely openings, and most importantly, resources and accomplishment. All that you desire is nearing your hands. Simply soften, allow, and accept what is already aligned with you by rightful claim. As slumber deepens, picture the universe laboring quietly and accurately guiding toward you the openings you have long anticipated. Wealth, success, and calm, everything you have wished for, shift into resonance with your vibration. Sense abundance nearing with tenderness, like a comforting breeze that wraps around you. Nothing additional is required. Simply maintain an open, receptive mind. The flow of abundance moves toward you, carrying the very outcomes you asked life to deliver. Every inhalation brings you incrementally nearer to the realization of your intentions. The universe is in motion on your behalf. Your role is to let what is coming reach you. Resources are already en route. Possibilities are crystallizing, and achievement is gravitating to your affirmative energy. Envision the sensation of possessing all you have wished for without strain. How does it feel to recognize that all you require is poised and waiting for your welcome? In sleep, the outcomes that once felt far beyond reach move toward you with remarkable ease. Abundance flows by nature unbroken, and you are a living participant in that stream. No struggle is required. Trust rest and allow your desires to enter softly. Consider how your days would change if prosperity and achievement arrived without effort. Picture waking each day assured that your desires already inhabit your reality. Calm success and wealth, what you once imagined, are now available in full. Keep your awareness open so these gifts can glide into your life. Life is already aligning in your favor. Relax and receive with confidence. Abundance stands ready waiting for your invitation. Inside you resides every resource required to shape the life you envision. Simply reach out and with assurance, accept the gifts life is holding out to you. The core principle is your capacity to receive. When the heart opens, your longings approach without strain. Release the notion that wealth and achievement are distant targets to pursue. Regard them instead as blessings already assigned to your path. Set the struggle down and let your inner self settle into acceptance. While your body restores itself, resources and openings drift towards you with kindness. Your task is to relax, yield to rest, and let the river of abundance course freely into your life. This evening, as dreams surround you, envision money moving toward you with elegance. Picture success approaching your days with no exertion. In sleep, your desires assemble themselves. Upon waking, you find the pieces set in harmonious order. The wealth achievement and inner quiet you've sought are already close at hand. Your part is to become available to them. Abundance waits with patience for your consent. As rest deepens, picture funds moving toward you with unprecedented softness. Sense prosperity and success materializing in your life, absent any fight, arriving instead through an easy, natural flow. Imagine the delight of greeting each morning with the calm assurance that your longings are accessible. In its quiet wisdom, the universe labors on your behalf as you rest, arranging conditions and guiding opportunities that carry you toward your dreams. Your task is simply to trust the inherent order of life. Wealth and success arrive as a steady stream of bright, affirmative energy. Consider the experience of living daily in serenity and confidence, secure in the knowledge that each desire unfolds at exactly the right time. The mechanisms and methods no longer require your concern. Your role is openness. Resources, openings, and calm move toward you with a grace greater than you envisioned. In your sleep, the universe fine-tunes the particulars so your intentions become tangible. Rest and let abundance surround you like a gentle tide. Recall that money is not a quarry to chase, but an energy to admit. Success grows not from strain, but from the alignment that appears when resistance eases. In your dreaming, what you have wished for approaches softly. Longed-for chances materialize plainly and beautifully. Remaining available is all that's needed. Life will set in your hands what you requested. Notice how the energies of wealth and success blend with the deep inner calm you've sought. Envision it all unfolding now, even as you rest. There is nothing to force or hasten. Simply allow your desires to arrive in their perfectly timed way. Every breath deepens your connection with abundant energy. Allow gratitude to blossom for what has arrived and for what is approaching. The universe has heard and is responding. Your task is to become a willing receiver. This night, while you rest, resources and achievement move toward you through delightful surprises. What formerly felt distant now sits within reach. Open your heart and accept the gifts life is extending. Abundance is here now. Wealth, achievement, and your heartfelt aims are already taking form before your eyes. Your role is simply to acknowledge that all of this is truly yours. Envision every cherished desire actively unfolding in your daily experience. Sense money moving toward you with ease like a gentle, unbroken river. Let success appear along surprising avenues while the inner peace you've pursued settles within you as a lasting presence. As you rest, the universe rearranges the pieces required to guide you toward ideal openings. Nothing else is demanded of you beyond allowing an easeful manifestation. Picture the delight of waking with calm certainty that your dreams have already materialized, absent strain or conflict. With every breath, feel affirmative energy saturating you, magnetizing all that you want. Abundance meets you now because you've practiced true receptivity. Wealth, achievement, and fresh opportunities move toward you with little effort, since you have set down resistance and permitted life to stream freely through you. While you dwell in steady calm, each inhale draws you nearer to the realization of your intentions. Openness elicits a clear response from the universe, and your desires organize themselves in balanced accord. During sleep, your requests are already being answered. Trust that life is moving on your behalf. Pathways to success are taking shape, and conditions are arranging themselves with grace. Money approaches not by force, but by the strength of your receptivity. Envision living in a state where all you want is accessible without even a hint of struggle. Let thankfulness and tranquility permeate you, secure in the knowing that what you have asked for is on its way. The master key to your desires is simple, a genuine willingness to receive. As you sleep, the universe softly dissolves the barriers that once separated you from your goals. Each breath deepens your resonance with the frequencies of wealth and success. Striving is no longer required. Trust that what you want is available right now. The currents of money, achievement, and calm begin to move toward you with ease. You need only remain open to accept them. All that you have requested is already traveling toward you. The universe is composing the details in precise, harmonious balance. Each breath draws you into closer alignment with the signal of abundance. You are naturally magnetic to good prosperity, inner calm, and a sense of fulfillment. Let this recognition soothe your whole being with ease. Worry and doubt can be set aside. What belongs with you is already en route. In rest, you move in full accord with creative energy. Control has been released, and you are carried by life's organic cadence. Wealth achievement and serenity show up with little effort born from your choice of trust instead of fear, receptivity instead of resistance. From this surrendered stance, alignment unfolds smoothly and naturally. See once again a golden radiance encircling you, the luminous emblem of abundance. It glows gently, lighting your way and confirming your worthiness for all you desire. Every gentle pulse of this light infuses you with assurance and thanks. Sense the current of success alive within you, alongside a steady, peaceful certainty that all is in right order. As you float further into rest, release completely. There is nothing to push, arrange, or command. The universe moves quietly on your behalf, aligning opportunities, relationships, and resources to translate your dreams into form. Guidance surrounds you. Support and blessing are already present. Draw a deep breath and notice calm diffusing through every cell. You are abundant. You are deserving. You are at rest. Everything you want, wealth, achievement, and tranquility, is already yours. You are merely permitting it to reveal itself at the ideal moment. Trust the process at work. Settle into the current. Welcome with grateful hands. The universe provides. Let today be the point at which all resistance is set down. This is the ideal moment to acknowledge that your desires are already making their way into your life. As you rest, the universe works quietly to bring your requests into form. No struggle is required, only allowing. Wealth, achievement, and calm are already here. Extend your hands and welcome them. Life has commenced the delivery of what you've asked for. Picture your resting body while every part of your being synchronizes with abundant energy. Money streams toward you spontaneously like a tranquil river that never stops. Every opportunity you need appears with simplicity, and each of your desires starts to crystallize in lived experience. In your sleep, the universe tenderly coordinates all that is required to deliver what you want. Your task is to stay serene and trust the unfolding. Success, calm, and wealth, all that you envisioned, are within arm's length. Allow them to come by their own natural flow. Each breath narrows the gap between you and your manifested dreams. As you slumber, circumstances are set in perfect alignment for you. Opportunities present themselves with grace, resources approach without strain, and your requests begin to materialize in your world. You can sense every desire drifting toward you softly, unimpeded by obstacles. Your part is simply to stay open and willing. Abundance exists here now, awaiting your readiness. As you keep resting, permit everything you long for to stream toward you. Wealth, success, and calm are attracted by the brightness of your positive energy. Envision the happiness of welcoming all you've requested with no exertion at all. Success doors open in front of you in a natural, uncomplicated way. Funds move in easily, and your desires stand on the verge of becoming solid. Your task is to trust and permit their arrival in perfect timing. All that you desire is already accessible. The river of abundance runs without end, and you move within that boundless stream. As you dream, the universe skillfully sets each piece, shaping the path for your intentions to turn real. Wealth, achievement, and serenity are drifting toward you right now. Picture opening your eyes to discover your dreams fully present in your life. A profound gratitude and completeness wash over you as you recognize that everything you requested is now at hand. Your task is simply to reach out and permit it to arrive. Let this day be the perfect point to lay down the struggle. Choose now to open the gateways of your life and welcome abundance in a soft, unforced way. While you rest, the universe labors lovingly on your behalf, setting each detail with care. Wealth and success are not conquests to seize, but presents that have long waited for your willing acceptance. As you stay serene, your desires tune to your frequency and start moving closer. The universe has already initiated the delivery of what is rightly yours. Your role is simply to recognize your longing and let it arrive in a natural, tender way. During rest, picture wealth, accomplishment, and calm, preparing to solidify in your lived world. Your requests begin to take shape right before your eyes. Envision the universe orchestrating every condition as you sleep, placing each wish into your hands with nothing required beyond receptive presence. Funds move smoothly in your direction. Success finds its place in your days, and the peace you've yearned for fills your heart to the brim. Nothing needs forcing. Simply relax and allow what you've requested to move toward you of its own accord. Every breath deepens your link with the quiet current of abundance. Notice how money and achievement weave themselves into your life with unforced ease. Striving is not required. It is sufficient to remain open and accept the universe's loving provision. Money approaches with ease, success is drawn to the charge of your positive state, and peace permeates every part of you. All you seek is already accessible. Let it stream into your life free of resistance. Picture yourself living without worry, fear, or strain. Envision the delight of holding everything you want with no struggle at all. Your dreams are present, already waiting calmly. Wealth is not prey to pursue. It arrives when your heart is ready to welcome it. During your sleep, the universe calibrates each detail so that your world mirrors the abundance you are worthy of. Wealth, achievement, and calm, everything you've yearned for, are converging on you now. The hinge of receiving is your inner availability. Nothing more is demanded than a sincere willingness to accept what life has already arranged. In your rest, your requests drift nearer with gentleness. Openings appear, resources move with ease, and a deep peace anchors within. Your desires start solidifying. Your part is to let them be. Keep in mind, money and success are not trophies to capture, but blessings that ask only for your permission to enter. All that you want is already within reach. The universe has started bringing your desires forward, and your role is to outstretch your hands and welcome them. Wealth, success, and serenity wait with patience. It is sufficient to accept what is yours by rightful claim. As you sink into deeper rest, picture everything you requested already traveling toward you. Money, success, and calm approach with affectionate ease. Your only task is to let go of any lingering resistance. In your sleep, the universe carefully attends to the manifestation of your truest aspirations. Each thought you formed and every wish you voiced is aligning now with the universal current. Nothing further is required, simply rest and permit your requests to arrive without effort. Sense abundance nearing softly, taking its rightful place in your life. Picture money coming easily through surprising yet impeccably timed avenues. Notice success presenting itself without pursuit. Resources, possibilities, and peace are attracted by your bright energy. and the fulfillment of your desires stands close at hand. Nothing more is necessary than to open your heart to what life has made ready. See yourself rejoicing in the awareness that your longings already live within your experience. Let the calm of knowing that wealth and success advance without strain settle over you. A gentle tide of gratitude and peace wraps around you in sleep because you recognize your desires as present. While you rest, the universe composes events for your benefit and your wishes take on shape. Your task is simply to open your hands and accept what is already yours. Struggle and overexertion are unnecessary. Your work is to let abundance move freely in your direction. Picture money and success arriving softly as you sleep with doors opening on their own and a profound peace resting within you. All you have dreamed of is near. There is nothing to hunt or pursue. Simply become available to receive. Quietly and precisely, the universe arranges the details during your rest so that everything arrives at the exact right time. Tonight, within your dreams, permit your longings to crystallize into lived experience. Wealth, achievement, and calm are accessible now. Extend your hands and allow them to stream to you. In your rest, the universe delivers what you need, saturating your life with plenty. All of this is unfolding in the present moment. The alignment is for your benefit, and your role is to stay receptive and trusting. Remaining in this spacious calm, see the universe acting with love to place your desires within reach. Wealth, success, and serenity are not distant targets, but gifts currently being extended to you right now. In sleep, life weaves conditions together, initiates promising openings, and guides supportive people to your path. Your part is trust, permitting what is yours to enter with gentleness. Nothing further is required. Relax and receive, because abundance already encircles you. Every breath links you more intimately to abundance's stream. Notice funds moving toward you with delicacy and opportunities composing themselves in balanced support of you. All that you have wanted stands on the verge of manifestation. Allow gratitude to swell for today's gifts and tomorrow's arrivals. The universe hears and answers your intentions. In your rest, your requests start taking shape. Your role is simply to stay open to accept them. Wealth, achievement, and inner calm sit close at hand. Picture who you would be if money arrived consistently and effortlessly. Envision the graceful transformations that would unfold as sought-after opportunities presented themselves with ease. Let a profound peace surround you as you grasp that all you have sought is arriving without strain. Keep your heart open to receive. The universe delivers your desires with gentle, accurate care. As you slumber, all things are coordinated perfectly on your behalf. Let a tide of gratitude wrap around you in rest. Every quiet moment carries you nearer to your desires taking form. Nothing else is required. Wealth, achievement, and peace are available right now. Your task is to accept them because abundance is present and ready for your embrace. All that you have envisioned is close to becoming tangible. Simply relax and allow your desires to approach in their natural way. Imagine the gentle sweetness of living unburdened. No worry, no strain, no fear. Consider the sensation of having everything you want available right in front of you. That settled calm and profound gratitude are already yours to inhabit. All that you yearn for stands prepared. Your part is simply to extend open hands and receive what life presents with care. Wealth, achievement, and inner quiet exist in this moment. The task is to acknowledge them as truly yours. In this quiet interval, picture money and accomplishment arriving with effortless ease, as if a wide river of plenty were moving through your days. Nothing extra is required beyond presence and permission. Let your desires glide to you without strain. Envision doors to success opening in unexpected, impeccably timed forms. Resources travel along unanticipated routes, carrying the very blessings you requested. Your role is to remain open and welcome them with thankful recognition. While you rest, picture the elegant transformations entering your life as your aspirations are realized. Deep gratitude swells as you recognize that the universe has listened. No strain or self-denial is necessary. What you desire already stands available. Achievement takes shape on its own, and funds move toward you smoothly. Every breath draws you further into resonance with the abundant field around you. You are aligned with prosperity. The remaining step is a steady willingness to receive. Recall times when a sense of lack lingered. Now imagine that all you believed missing has arrived and is present in your life right now. Wealth, accomplishment, and calm are accessible in this instant. Waiting is no longer required. Delivery of your intentions is already underway. During sleep, abundance organizes itself in your experience without any exertion. Inner peace unfolds the moment you acknowledge that what you want is already yours. Your task is simply to allow that truth to stand. Notice that while you rest, your desires knit themselves into your days. Pathways for success open readily, resources circulate with ease, and peace settles around you like a gentle cloak. All you have requested and hoped for is present now. Simply reach forward and accept the offerings life brings with care. As rest continues, the universe calibrates conditions so that what is yours streams into your life. Your singular requirement is trust. Allow it to arrive by its own natural course. Picture opening your eyes to discover yourself encircled by your fulfilled dreams. Resources have arrived, achievement is unfolding, and serenity permeates your days. All you wanted is here, and most strikingly, it required no struggle to receive. The universe listened to your longings and answered. Your only prerequisite was willingness. Wealth, achievement, and tranquility are already accessible. Welcome what arrives with a loving, grateful heart. As rest deepens, envision all you wanted as already here. Funds move toward you without friction. Success appears with ease, and the calm you craved fills both heart and spirit. Nothing further is required beyond relaxation and permission for life to act on your behalf. The response to your requests is underway. Your role is to stay confidently receptive. Every breath strengthens your connection to the surrounding abundant field. There is no hunt for what is already yours. Simply open to accept it. Envision the quiet assurance that your wishes are taking form. Wealth, achievement, and calm drift softly into your life, and your part is to accept the gifts life presents. Let gratitude swell as you recognize your dreams nearing tangible expression. Your desires now resonate with your energy and begin to take form with gentle care. No extra action and no battle are required. Allowing the current to move toward you is sufficient. In your sleep, the universe continues to work for your good. What you want arrives without pursuit. Delivery has already commenced. Acknowledge your worthiness and meet it with assured openness. Abundance encircles you, waiting for your consent. Stretch out your hands and receive gratefully the portion life has set aside for you. As you slumber, picture abundance slipping into your life with ease. Wealth achievement and inner quiet surround you like a calm, steady stream of energy moving your way. See each desire acquiring shape and substance and feel profound gratitude arise. During rest, the universe coordinates in accord with you, tuning each detail and opening gateways that lead you toward success. Simply keep calm, trust the unfolding, and permit abundance to move freely in your direction. All is proceeding in right order. Nothing more is needed beyond openness and receptivity. Picture resources arriving with elegant simplicity. Envision success surfacing in your life, unanticipated, yet perfectly timed and wholly harmonious. Within this calm, notice opportunities emerging and the universe fine-tuning details that draw you toward your aims. Nothing is required of you. Simply let things align of their own accord as you rest. Peace, ease, achievement, and plenty are moving into your life now. This is your moment to receive your dreams in full. Relax and permit the blessing stream to continue its course. Take a brief pause and consider your life with every longing already present. Picture wealth, success, and calm not as distant goals, but as gifts that are yours by inherent right. Sense a calm, steady assurance that your desires are approaching right now. Funds enter your life, chances open with ease, and peace surrounds you entirely. All of this is already yours. Acceptance is the only step. With every inhalation, you link more intimately to the vibrant living current of abundance. As you drift in sleep, picture each affirmative thought about wealth achievement and tranquility, acting like a beacon, drawing still more of those same blessings into your world. The universe labors ceaselessly on your behalf, gathering and guiding toward you all that you have requested. Your singular role is to keep the heart open and confident, poised to welcome the gifts as they arrive. Wealth, accomplishment, and inner calm move in your direction by their own natural momentum, no forcing required. Because abundance already surrounds you, your part is simply to receive it with quiet ease. All that you desire is on its way, and the loveliest aspect is that the entire unfolding proceeds while you relax and place your trust in the process. Keep in mind, battling and overexertion are not prerequisites for your dreams. It is sufficient to let things stream toward you softly, carried by the universe's wise and benevolent guidance. Right now, the wealth, achievement, and serenity you have envisioned are gravitating to you. The universe is synchronizing conditions and setting ideal openings across your way. Your task is to relax and allow those desires to take elegant, effortless shape in your life. Let today be a consecrated turning point, open fully and receive the entirety of what you have petitioned the universe for.